Well, the world of YouTube, true crime material for site and everything else. I got a link from Shawn here, my man Shawn out there in Delphi, or if not Delphi, the Indiana area. Watch this video of his, and everything he did in this video is exactly what I would have done in my video if he would have came on and done it live, but obviously I don't need to do that now. But what excuse me, what I want to go over is, and if anybody's interested in watching this video, is definitely wanted to go over, everything that he sent me. Like I said to him, I wanted to go over everything with him of what he sent me, because the only one that's going to know that best is him. And that's exactly what it was. He went over everything that he needed to go over in this video of what he sent. And, there's nothing that I could have said or could have, done or even looked at these, pieces of evidence of what he shows in this video. I mean, he shows it quick. You don't get a good view of it, but at least he went over everything that, he sent in. But there would be nothing of what I could have said, or if I would have done a video on this, because I didn't know nobody. I mean, I did see his father in a lot of pictures. He, sent out pictures of his father and the bridge guy, side by side, which is all good stuff to have and do. But, the people in the video, in the photos and stuff, he would have known best how to put and handle that to, explain to people. And that's pretty much what I wanted to go over. And, unlike other channels, YouTube channels, of course, banning him, blocking him, not getting out, what he needs to say. I don't know, because he was so into the moment, I could say, Shawn, that he probably wasn't getting nothing out that he wanted to do or say on these other channels. It was always about certain questions that I could see in one video I watched of him, one of his interviews is he's just trying to put out the information. And shame on the Delphi police or Indiana, anybody involved with this investigation, to hold him on a string and not, go through what he has for information. I mean, if they're telling him, we'll get to that, and he was saying in this video, which makes perfect sense, Dennis get the DNA taken from him, and used to, and they said, we did, I don't know, he was saying something about, they didn't say they had it, or nor did they say they inspected it. It was just, even if everything is where it ain't, at least this guy is trying, I mean, hell, he's got more views on this video than I have on my views. So like I say, nothing I could have said or could have done to try and help this guy wouldn't have been any better than what he did in explaining things. There's a thing in my town, throughout my region and state, called mandated reporters. And if he has all this information and, extended family that does crazy crap that he talks of in this video, then shame on the mandated reporters that will not report this or put it in. Because I know where I come from. Yeah, it's the same thing. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. And this is why kids end up dead. I mean, sometimes they will put in, I got to put in a mandated report. But when they see something flying around in the air, fishy, say so, they're going to make Shawn here look fishy on his information, what they say, that, we ain't going to do that. But you know what? everything should be put into place. Everything should be accounted for, and everything should be mandated, reported as right, whether they think this person is legit or not. If there's information coming out, information needs to be put in place, looked at, investigated, because the more you do that, the more someone else won't do what they have done now. Of course, for Dennis's case, he's dead. He ain't gonna be doing no more BS. And if he happens to be Bridge Guy, as Shawn says, we will know in the future if this anything else happens or occurs throughout this area. That, hey, he could have possibly been it, and now they're screwed because they didn't do the proper procedures to check. And I mean, that's what I wanted to go over with Shawn and stuff like this. You know, because you just can't overlook someone because of their past. You have to look into something, and he's talking about family members, I guess, throughout, Utah. Being polygamy, I can't even say that word because I can't stand that shit. I mean, I'm gonna do my own video on that, but I think of the polygamy people, and I'll just show you ain't gonna be nice because it's just disgusting. And then they got the gall to sit there and say, oh, on the grace of God. I mean, if God's allowing that in the system of the world, then God ain't too bright. That's another thing that lets me believe, what is God really doing? All right, I can't say I don't believe in God, but the fact of the matter is that he wiped out friggin' a wicked town, wicked people, and he wiped them out in the beginning. Why ain't he wiping out these wicked people now? No, it seems to me that wicked people live more longer lives than good people, and it really disgusts me. And that's why I take my part in, of course, the non-praying Native Americans and just worship what is well known to them of the warriors and chiefs that once roamed this earth. Not someone, and I gotta go over the Bible, because in the King James Version, this one right here, folks, got some very, very related things that are what I've been saying for a long time. But, other than that, man, I mean, like I said before, there's nothing I could have done or said anything different than this guy did in this thing besides not knowing people of what he knows. And that's what I wanted to get out on the table. I wanted to, what about these mandated reporters that don't report something that someone comes out with? And it seems to me that he's got a lot of information, not only for the Delphi case, but for stuff that's going on right now that could be leading to missing kids. Of course, underage marriage through the polygamists, or should I just call them a-holes of America. Disgusting. And like I said, I gotta go over that. I call it a cult. I call it a man in control of women. And he's got to be the top dog. I don't care what anybody thinks or says. Them people, man, yeah, they just think, oh my God, the more the merrier. They got to have not just one. In my book, in old-fashioned, that's right, old-fashioned, folks. There's a one-man, one-woman, kids, picket fence house, car in the garage, and there's a family. Not friggin' 10 families with 2,300 kids, 4,300 grandkids. And then they gotta run to a TV show to start getting more money because, oh, why? Yeah, that's why. Because they can't afford what they created. Not even, to me, is an issue of sickness. But he brought out a lot of stuff in this video. Reading some stuff off of what I just talked of, and Where's the mandated reporters? It doesn't matter if it's got to do with Delphi or not. There's stuff going on right now that people could be reporting, putting it in the system of the book of the method to stop this, act of disgustingness. And like I said, all I wanted to do was go over this stuff. He went over it himself. So hey, whatever. It is what it is. Would have loved to get him on video and talk, but hey, can't do nothing. And he seems to be, hey, got his, shit together. Putting things together is right. So, he didn't have to go on interviews or anything. He could just damn well rightfully done what he needed to do right here like he did. And didn't have to, deal with nobody. Of course, that other guy I don't want to mention because he is a rude, ignorant, egotistical prick. You say something stupid, he's going to let you know and he's going to insult you. And the other guy, the other YouTuber, two YouTubers, right? I mean, they gave him his chance, but still, they didn't have to push him off like they did or whatever happened. And hey, the guy just wanted to get out some information. He should have done it this way is right, and it would have saved himself trouble with these other two, But, nothing you can do about it. Because if you ain't got the supposedly there in their eyes, the information they want, yeah, then it's gonna all come out in the end. It's fake. This guy, this no good. Da da da. But you know what? All down to it, it should have been put out there and looked at by mandated reporters, period. Could have saved something else from happening, but until that happens, it's all up in the air here. It's just going to stay there until, another tragedy happens. So, that being said, hey, check out the video. Goes over a lot of things, details. Someone did say in the comment this does make sense. It does in ways. Or in other ways, it's just you gotta watch it to understand it. And he should have saved himself some trouble from speaking to the other YouTubers and of what they're really thinking and what they want for their needs and their gain on their channel. But it is what it is, and that's how the friggin' world works. Unfortunately. Like I said, the guy got more views than me on this friggin' video and on everything I ever do. So it's on this video, it's like, whatever. But this is exactly what I wanted to, go over with him, and he did it anyway. So, it's cool, my brother. Hopefully someone listens and starts digging into what you put out there for research. Until that next video, be safe, take care, always beware. The stupid BG, right? Whether he's dead, whether he's still out there, there's still other problems in this case that need to be attended to. And we're not looking into the resources and not doing their job. Seems like this is just going to continue on and on and on and on until the next tragedy. Shame. Out.